North Yorkshire snapshot webinar on Education, Health and Care Plan assessment requests. You may hear these referred to as ECARs. It might also help for you to look at our SEN support webinar, which looks at what should happen in terms of special educational needs support before getting to the point of needing an EHCP assessment. First things first, what does the law say? The Children and Families Act 2014 says that the local authority must secure an EHC needs assessment for the child or young person if, after having regard to any views expressed and evidence submitted under subsection 7, the authority is of the opinion that the child or young person has or may have special educational needs, and it may be necessary for special educational provision to be made for the child or young person in accordance with an EHC plan. So as you can see, this is a low threshold when it says that the child or young person has or may have an SEN and that it may be necessary for special educational provision to be made via an EHCP. Who can make a request for an EHCP assessment? The SEN Code of Practice says that the following can make a request: the child's parent, a young person over the age of 16 but under the age of 25, and a person acting on behalf of a school or post-16 institution. This should ideally be with the knowledge and agreement of the parent or young person where possible. In addition, anyone else can bring a child or young person who has or may have SEN to the attention of the local authority, particularly where they think an EHC needs assessment may be necessary. As you can see, in addition to parents, carers, young people and educational professionals, anyone else can bring a child or young person to the attention of the local authority. This might include health and social care professionals, foster carers, youth justice workers, etc. But this webinar will concentrate on a parent or young person request. Talking to the nursery, school or college first. Before submitting your request for an EHCP assessment, we always recommend talking with someone from the educational setting first. You can have a discussion about your child or young person's needs and hopefully get the information you need as to whether to submit a request or not. You could also look at our leaflet on SEN support, which gives information about the duties of educational settings. It is often the educational setting that will make a request for an EHCP assessment. However, on occasion they don't agree that this should happen. This is when you can use your right to submit a request yourself or to support a young person to do this. Let's look at the parent request. Making a parental request for a needs assessment. For a child 0 to 16 years, we recommend that parents and carers use a letter template to make their request. This is available on our website. We also suggest that parents complete the child views and parent views of the ECAR form and send this in with the letter. You can also check out our EHCP assessment leaflet on our website. We also suggest that you look at the following information from Contact, which is an organisation who provide information for families with children with disabilities. The model letter, child parent part of the ECAR form, the assessment request form, and details for Contact are on the screen. Making a young person's request for a needs assessment. For young people 16 to 25 years old, the request must be in their name. The young person might need support from a family member, friend or advocate to help them to do this. To help a young person understand more about the EHCP process, they could watch the video available on our website. We recommend that young people use the letter template to make the request. As in the previous slide, the model letter, child, young person, parent, part of the ECAR form and details for Contact are on the screen. So what do you need to include? Think about when the difficulties were first noticed, how the child or young person is now, for example, their physical health, behaviour, learning, what they enjoy at school, what they find difficult, relationships, homework, impact of extra help that has been given, etc. You also need to think about your child or young person's views. Think about how they feel about school or college. What do they like best? What are their challenges? What do they think they need? What are their hopes and dreams for the future? What would they like to achieve? You can use the Contact Assessment Request Checklist, which is helpful. The link for this is on slide 5. If there are any relevant reports or diagnostic letters, you should consider sending these in as evidence along with the letter. Any reports should be fairly recent, for example within the last 18 months to 2 years. What happens next? The local authority must let you or your young person know their decision no later than 6 weeks after they receive the request. Their decision will be to either carry out an EHCP assessment or to refuse to carry out an EHCP assessment. Please remember that if the local authority refuses to assess, there are appeal options. Talk to us at SEND-IAS North Yorkshire for advice and information about this. We hope that the information in this webinar has been helpful. We have also produced a webinar about SEN support in mainstream schools, which might give you further information. Please check out the various resources we have available via our website at sendiasnorthyorkshire.co.uk, which includes fact sheets, other resources and signposting to other organisations. You could also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, which are valuable sources of information. If you want further advice, please contact us via our advice line. If you would like to learn more and attend our free workshop on EHCP assessment requests, please contact the Parent Carer Voice to register for the course. Contact details are on the screen. If you would like further information and support, please get in touch with us. If you have enjoyed this webinar, please let us know via our feedback form on our website. Thank you.